Hello everyone, I am E2 and today I want to say a few words about main motor heatsinks on the V912. The V912 has a brushed 370 size motor, as did and do quite a few other Heelys over the last couple of years. Examples are the Blade CP and CP Pro Heelys, the eSky Honeybee FP and eSky King, and several Valkyras. I'm sure there were and are others, but you get the point. Thanks to the fact that there were and are other Heelys that use a 370 size main motor, there are quite a few optional heatsinks available to choose from. Here is a small sample of 370 size heatsinks that I bought over time. The blue ones are for the eSky Honeybee FP or King, while the silver ones are my newest acquisitions. They are officially sold for the MJX F45, but of course they can also be used for the V912. After a little frame modification, of course. As you can see, the frame in its stock form for the V912 does not allow for a use of a heatsink because it completely encloses the main motor and you can't put a heatsink anywhere. Some people might say the frame could actually act as a heatsink, and theoretically that would be possible. But the problem here is that the frame only encloses the motor, but it does not physically touch it. This is really hard to show with the camera, but I'll put a picture of this on my RCGroups blog. Ultimately, this means to install a heatsink, the part of the frame that encloses the motor has to go. Good thing is I got my replacement rotary tool a few days ago, and even better, you don't need a workbench to cut the frame. This stuff can be done almost anywhere, even during lunch break or after work at the office. Just be mindful of one thing when you do stuff like this. Please use safety goggles to protect your eyes. As I said, you can basically do that stuff anywhere, so let's get cutting. Once the frame is cut, the main motor heatsink can be installed. And while I was at it, I also decided to get rid of the plastic motor cover on top of the motor. That thing is part of the bearing holder swash plate anti-rotation guide. Principally, this is a neat idea. It's just a little cumbersome if you want to get to the motor. And as I can see what problem could be connected with flying without it, I did cut it off to make the motor even better accessible for repair or So much for now about main motor heatsinks on the V912, and happy flying to you all. E2, out.